This one is in 6,000 kg. Organic compost, this one is given in 6,000 kg. Yeah? Right? So here all these percentage you have to convert it to kg. How to convert that into kg? One bag how many kg? One bag how many kg? One bag is 10 kg. Out of this 10 kg here, 40% is organic compost, 40% is sewage compost, and 20% is lime. So 40% out of 10 kg is what? 4 kg lah. Correct. So this one here is 4 kg. 4 kg, 4 kg. Okay, so it adds up, you get 10 kg back. Okay, so do the same thing for this. Okay, 1 kg of quick germ, here 5 kg of organic compost, 3 kg of sewage waste, and 2 kg of lime. Okay, and rapid germ, you have 8 kg of organic compost and 2 kg of lime. Okay, so the constraint for sewage waste is 3,000 kg. Right? So now we can say 4x plus 5y plus 8z plus p equals what is it? Boleh? Difficult? Not actually that difficult, right? Okay? You see, you can see it wrong. 4x plus 3y plus no z, huh? Okay? So Q, right? Okay? So equal to 3,000. Right? 0 z, huh? Okay? 0 z. Okay, now line. What is the limitation for line? Infinity. What do you call this equation? These are the constraint equations. Any constraint for your line? No constraint. Correct? Unlimited. There's no constraint. You can use as much as you like. So that means this is not a constraint. Okay? So this is not a constraint. Right? So but you were told that the company has set the maximum total output per week as 10,000 kg. So now if we look at this one here, what is the unit for X? What is the unit for X? You see here it says 4 kg, yeah? This one is 4 kg. So you want to find out what is the total kg back, X, Y, Z, the unit is in back. Okay? Now, if you're told that the company has set the maximum total output per week is 10,000 kg, and let's say the total output is back. Okay? Must be less than 10,000 kg divided by 10 kg per bag. So we say less than 10,000 bags. Can I say that? Okay? 10,000 kg equivalent to 1,000 bags. Right? So the total output, you take X bag of germ, Y bag of quick germ, and Z bag of rapid germ. Add it up. It shouldn't be more than 1,000 bags. Okay? So now we change it to equality plus PQR equal to 1,000. Okay? So now we have this equation 1, 2, 3. Oh, the bill. Forgotten the bill. Objective function. Right? 120, 180, 2 ringgit for X, Y, Z. So 1.2 X you can produce it, let's copy that. I think no one uses the original. Now we are supposed to make that for calculate ratio. Okay, so this one is 6,000 over 8. Okay, so this is V naught, this is that. Okay, so what is the V naught here? V naught is 3,000, and that is 0. Okay, so this one here, what is the P naught? P naught is 1,000 over that 1. Can see? I can see. Everyone can see. Anyone cannot see. Anyone still don't know where the value coming from. Compare these three tables, these three values. Step 5. Choose smallest positive value. Okay, so ignore infinity, ignore 0, ignore negative value. Okay, so here you have only two positive values. Which one is smaller? 750 is smaller. That's the most you can produce. Okay, if you use up all the resources, that's what it means. Okay, now here say you use up all the resources, the most you can produce is 750 units. How can you produce 900 units? Cannot. Possible to produce 1,000 units? No, cannot. The most you can produce is 750 units. That's the most you can produce a day. Okay? Now, if you go and produce 1,000 units, what happens to this value? This value becomes negative. Why negative? Because your resources only enough for you to produce 750 units here. That's the most already. Understand? You use up all the resources, you can only produce 750 units. If I purposely force it to 1,000 units, what happens? You get negative resources. How can you have negative resources? Understand now? So that's why the most you can produce is this one. So that's why you choose the smallest positive value. Okay? Then step 6. Okay? So you draw it. Okay? Step 7. Okay? Circle pivot element. So what is pivot element? You have your entry column intersect with your entry row. You get your pivot element. Okay, now? Okay, step 8. Step 8, change this. How to change? You exchange P with Z. See, these two are circles. See here? You bring this one down here. So you have to produce Z now. Use up all the resources that you have for Z. Okay, so the rest we copy QR. Okay. Step 9. So, step 9, we are going to set the pivot element to 1 first. Okay, and the rest target 0. You set the target first before you formulate. Okay, so how to do formulation? You always start with your pivot element Copy down original value 8. Now to convert different element to 1, the operator you use is divide. Okay? So 8 divided by something equal to 1. Okay? So you need a factor of 8. Okay? So now it's 1. Next, we look at this one here. How to make 0 to 0? How to make 0 to 0? It's already 0. You just copy. Okay. See that? It's already 0. Okay? Right. Now this one here. How to make 1 to 0? To make a positive value to 0, you have to minus something. Okay? Now here you have a negative value, negative 2. How to make a negative value to 0? You need to add something. Okay. So before we proceed, we look at here. In the entry row, is there any 0? Yes, there's a 0 here. There is a 0 here. See that? This is the entry row that you circle. Okay, so you see 0 here. What do? You copy down these two values. Because if you calculate, you give back the same thing. Okay, so save your time. You see, I always purposely draw big, okay, so that I don't have complication. Okay, so once you get the equation, now we can continue. Copy down original value 4, 5, 1, 6,000. Format divided by 8 throughout. Okay. So this one, 0. Is it 0? Yes, I is already 0. So no operation needed. You just copy down the original value. Okay? This one here. 1 minus something. Okay, now the something will be the value that is calculated from this new entry row. Here. Now, in this case here, it's already 0. Okay, so no factor required. So we copy this format throughout. So row are, okay, so original value 1 minus bracket, 1 minus bracket, 0 minus bracket, 1,000 minus bracket. So what do you put in the bracket? The value that you have calculated from here. This is 1 over 2, 5 over 8 over 1 over 2. Here, 5 over 3. Okay. This one here, 1 over 8. Okay. Here. And here, 750. Now, no factor, so all no factor, no. Now we look at W. Now, you need to make negative 2 to 0. So to make a negative value to 0, you will add the value. Okay? So what do we add? What do we put in the bracket? We always put the values in the bracket first. 1. that 0? No. So you need a factor of. Okay. So now it's 0. So we follow this format. Copy down original value. Negative 1.2 plus bracket negative 1.8 plus bracket 0 plus bracket 0 plus bracket. Okay. See, what do we put in bracket? That's all the same one, huh? Okay. So what do we put in the bracket? Okay. Hey, go ahead, 5. Okay. So what do we put in the bracket? Okay, this one I haven't completed. Okay. So here, what do we put in bracket? 1.8. Okay. So here, what do we put in bracket? Then don't forget the factor of 2 throughout. Okay, the working very standard one. Okay, I'm showing you in this way so that you can see the pattern. To next iteration, you come back to this step. Hey, before you move on to next iteration, you come back to this step 1. Hey, step 1, identify the most negative value. So now you have 2 negative values here. Which one more negative? 1. Who say 1? Who say 1? Oh, why? Okay, negative 0.55. Okay, 0.55 is more negative than this one. Okay, so now step number 2 is circle this. Okay, step 1, step 2. Okay, so draw this. Step number 3. Step number 3. So now you need to calculate P naught over 1. So this one is y. See that? Step 3. Okay. Going over again. So now we calculate this ratio 750 divided by 5, 8, 3,000 divided by 3, and then here 250 divided by, what's the value here? 0.375. Okay, so now we compare this value. This is 1,000 to 1,000 and 6,6,6,7. Okay, so step 4, calculate the ratio. Step 5, choose from here. You choose the smallest positive value. Okay, so which one is the smallest one? This one, huh? See that? This is smaller. Okay, right. So now, look at this. Okay, step 5. Step number 6. Draw this. Step 7. Okay, step 7. We circle the pivot element. Okay. Okay, so after you circle the pivot element, then you can move on to next iteration. So So when you move on to the next station, what do you do? That's it. You change it. So this time will be Z, Q, R. You're going to change it to Y. Okay, so it becomes Z, Q, Y. Okay. The previous element to 1, the rest in the same column to 0. Okay, so how to get 0, 0, 1, 0. Follow steps, okay? Follow steps. Pattern